Hi guys, welcome back to Warthog Defense. A game-changing move might be on the horizon. According to Axios, the US is preparing a new military aid package for Ukraine that could include long-range missiles capable of striking deep into Russian territory, even reaching Moscow. If approved, this would mark a major escalation in both capability and pressure on Kremlin. The United States is preparing a new military aid package for Ukraine that may include long-range missiles capable of reaching Moscow, Axios reported, citing sources familiar with the matter. President Donald Trump is reportedly overhauling his administration's approach to supporting Ukraine, with plans to authorize the delivery of offensive weapons for the first time since taking office. The new package is expected to be announced on Monday. Trump told reporters the weapons funded by European countries would include various units of very advanced military equipment, such as Patriot air defense systems. The United States is preparing a new military aid package for Ukraine that may include long-range missiles capable of reaching Moscow, Axios reported, citing sources familiar with the matter. President Donald Trump is reportedly overhauling his administration's approach to supporting Ukraine, with plans to authorize the delivery of offensive weapons for the first time since taking office. The new package is expected to be announced on Monday. Trump told reporters the weapons funded by European countries would include various units of very advanced military equipment, such as Patriot air defense systems. Axios did not specify which missiles are under consideration. However, the mention of potential strikes on Moscow suggests a range of at least 500 kilometers. Two missile systems appear to meet these parameters: the Precision Strike Missile (PRSM) and the air-launched JAS SSM air cruise missile. The PRSM began entering service with the US Army in 2023-2024 as a replacement for ATACMS missiles. It can deliver a 91 kg warhead up to 500 km. However, the system has not been widely exported, and the US previously declined to sell it to Norway, making deliveries to Ukraine unlikely. By contrast, AGM-158 JASM ER is equipped with a 450 km penetrating warhead and can strike targets up to 9 km away. While Ukrainian F-16s would require software updates to deploy the missile, integration with Soviet-era Su-24M bombers is possible. Similar to the Storm Shadow cruise missile, JSSM has already been exported to European allies and was under consideration for Ukraine by the previous US administration. A Mi-24 helicopter belonging to Belarus's air defense forces attacked and destroyed a Russian Gerbera-type strike UAV heading toward Ukraine on Saturday, July 12. Sources in Ukraine's military intelligence told Kyiv Post on Monday morning. According to CHUA representative, at least 3 Russian drones were present in Belarusian airspace at the time. During a routine airspace monitoring operation, the Belarusian air defense helicopter reported detecting and neutralizing the drone. Intelligence sources say the wreckage of the downed UAV fell in Belarus's Gomel region. Belarus has not officially joined the war against Ukraine, but has provided Russia with its territory for troop deployment, missile strikes, and logistics. The regime of Alexander Lukashenko supports the Kremlin politically and rhetorically, while avoiding direct involvement of Belarusian armed forces in combat operations. Kyiv officially considers Belarus a co-aggressor in the war. On July 10, Lithuania scrambled fighter jets to intercept an unidentified drone that entered its airspace from Belarus. Due to the potential threat, the country's leadership temporarily moved to shelters. The UAV crashed about 1 kilometer from the Belarusian border, near the closed Shumsk border checkpoint. Later, Lithuania's Minister of National Defense, Dovilė Šakalienė, confirmed the drone was a Russian Gerbera, a decoy UAV with no warhead designed to distract air defense systems. How it managed to enter Lithuanian territory after crossing through Ukraine and Belarus remains under investigation. Ukraine's military intelligence agency is expanding the use of ground-based robotic systems in active combat, releasing a footage of the Lyut Fury robotic platform in action in Sumy Oblast. In the video, the robot advances on Russian positions and opens fire with a mounted heavy machine gun. The deployment took place in Sumy Oblast, a northeastern region bordering Russia that has recently faced renewed Moscow's attempts to advance. Having reached enemy positions, it destroys the Russian occupiers with dense machine gun fire. The armed and technological fight for Ukraine's freedom continues, Her wrote on Telegram. The specific date of the operation was not disclosed. The Lyut system, equipped with a 7.62mm machine gun, has passed combat testing in real battlefield conditions. It can identify and engage targets day and night, and its quiet electric motor and rugged build allow it to operate across challenging terrain and in harsh weather. Ukrainian forces say the system is part of a broader push to integrate advanced unmanned technologies into frontline operations, helping to reduce troop casualties while maintaining combat effectiveness. Earlier this month, Ukraine's 3rd Separate Assault Brigade reported capturing Russian troops using only drones and ground robotic systems, marking a first in the war's history. Kyiv has accelerated its investment in robotic and drone warfare, increasingly using unmanned aerial vehicles and ground robots to carry out offensive, surveillance, and logistical tasks. Senator Lindsey Graham says a record arms package for Ukraine is coming soon, with a statement from Trump expected. The idea of America selling weapons to help Ukraine is very much in play. Stay tuned for seized assets and a plan to sell massive arms to our European allies that can benefit Ukraine.
Well, just stay tuned for tomorrow's announcement. The idea of America selling weapons to help Ukraine is very much in play. We've given Ukraine a lot. We've given them money. We've given them military aid. We now have a minerals agreement with Ukraine that's worth trillions of dollars. So I don't want to get ahead of the president, but stay tuned about seized assets. The Europeans want to limit the interest on the assets to go to Ukraine. Secretary Bessent wants to go further. Stay tuned about a plan to go after the seized assets more aggressively. Stay tuned for a plan where America will begin to sell to our European allies tremendous amount of weapons that can benefit Ukraine. Putin has calculated that we would get tired and Europe would get weary. He made a huge mistake. NATO is bigger and stronger, and we're more committed than ever to make sure he does not take Ukraine by force. So Congress is on the verge of passing the most consequential sanction package in the history of the country. It will give President Trump tools he doesn't have today, a literal sledgehammer. And the big offender here is China, India, and Brazil. India buys oil from Russia cheap and resells it. That's despicable. I've talked to President Trump. He said last week it's time to move. He's tried to entice Putin to the table, but my goal is to end this war, and the only way you're going to end this war is to get people who prop up Putin, make them choose between the American economy and helping Putin, and you can only have one negotiator, and that's going to be President Trump with maximum flexibility to end this war. China, India, and Brazil, you're about to get hurt big time if you keep helping Putin.
The Kyiv Independent talked with John Bolton. Trump sees Putin as a friend. Trump believes US-Russia ties are good. Putin sees Trump as an easy mark.
Right, but he sees Putin as a friend of his. In Trump's mind, if he has good relations with the head of a foreign government, then the U.S. has good state-to-state relations with that government. So that's not how Putin sees Trump. I think he sees Trump as an easy mark, which he's demonstrated since the inauguration. But that's a real part of the problem in getting Trump to understand the strategic issues involved with Russia's invasion. That's not the way he thinks. He thinks Putin's his friend, and it's about as simple as that.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.